Speaking to GB News, royal expert Kinsey Schofield discussed the Duchess of Sussex's popularity in the US, claiming that Meghan's podcast was being beaten by Kim Kardashian in the Spotify charts. She said, "If you look at the numbers of her podcast, that very first episode, it blew up. I think people were very curious. But lately Kim Kardashian's beating her on the Spotify charts. There is less and less interest in her." Ms. Schofield said that the American media have noticed this redirection in the narrative, adding that they are very surprised that she is complaining less. Speaking of Meghan Markle's latest venture, royal expert Kinsey Schofield suggests that the 41-year-old is utilizing American media to help realign her own narrative. She said, "This seems really transparent that she is utilizing American media. She is utilizing this podcast to respond vaguely to accusations that both Tom Bower and Valentine Lowe have made against her in their recent books. She wants you to know that she is not a bully. She is just an assertive woman, and you are going to have to come to your own conclusions on whether or not that is the truth." She added, "She's clearly using this podcast as a vehicle to respond to some of those accusations in a way that is not as blatant as a sit-down Oprah interview. But she is trying to paint a picture of who she wants the world to see her as through this podcast." Ms. Schofield also noted that Meghan revealed that she is 43% Nigerian, adding that this is news to us. She also claimed that the choice of guests is being used to elevate herself. After being asked whether the podcast is acting favorable to her, Ms. Schofield noted that although her podcast listener numbers were high in the beginning, they are dropping. She added they were high after the first episode because people were curious.